It is said that when an elder begins to mistake rascality for radicalism, then is heading towards the walls of ruin. Atiku sings Wike's rascality. The perfect way to describe Governor Wike, that's our new fighter for inclusiveness of Southerner in the soul of PDP, is that he now makes clowning look like diligence, cloaking his rascality as a mark of courage, croaking for inclusiveness and opportunism as equity, as his hypocrisy now wears garish suits, roaming like the champion of social justice and dancing in self-adulation, ready to gutter-snipe, blackmail and tarnish anyone who does not agree with him. Whilst one cannot take away the role of Governor Wike, the role he has played in sustaining PDP after their exit from power in 2015, considering also the jumpological nature of Atiku Abubakar from PDP to APC and then Dubai, and his inability to properly manage the tantrums and shenanigans of Wike, I'm also tempted to say that the PDP has been good to Wike, as everything he has achieved politically has been through and under PDP. So Wike should stop all this current show of outrageous display of irresponsibility and either resolve his issue quietly within or leave the party. If he was such a freedom fighter or a fighter for justice, fairness, equity, and inclusiveness, why did he allow the PDP presidential ticket to be thrown open as against the popular and equitable call of zoning it to the southeast, a zone that has consistently been loyal to the PDP? When Wike was contesting the PDP primaries, did he for once think about equity and inclusiveness and the fact that the last president from PDP was from his zone, the South-South, and so that he would leave it for the Southeast? He didn't think about those ones. When he contested the Rivers State governorship in 2015, was the word equity and inclusiveness he raised from his dictionary, knowing fully well that he was contesting to take over from a fellow Ikwere man as against the popular and equitable thing of allowing governorship rotate to the riverine area of Rivers State then. Oh, he just see the lights now, Abi. Wike forget fairness when he recently used police to arrest Farah Dagogo for daring to pick the PDP governorship nomination form in Rivers State as against Wike's warning that he shouldn't. I don't even want to go into the allegation of bribery he levied against Ayu. After all, that's what we know all of them for, especially PDP, share the money. But if I may ask, all this money that Wike has been donating and using to sustain the party, including the one that they use for presidential nomination, where the money come from? Not from his pocket. Anyway, someday people will ask those questions. If Atiku has chosen him as running mate, would he have been shouting equity, fairness, and justice today? In fact, he would have been threatening anybody that calls for Ayu's resignation with thunder and lightning. But who Wike never talked down on, quarrel or fight with for PDP. Even asked some traditional rulers in Rivers State when he described as wearing his Madam Fodio cap. How about Governor Ayade, Governor Mahi, and my deputy governor, Philip Shaibu? He was even asking that one, who is your father? And then his brother, Uche Sekondu, same person he imposed on PDP as national chairman. And now he urges you. Once he doesn't have his way, then the roof must be brought down on everybody under the cloak of justice. I better make we leave all this matter, Jerry. My advice to him, though, the earlier he sits down quietly with his party to resolve their differences, the better for him, as he does not really have many options, considering the fact that he also has a governorship candidate in his state on the same party platform. I wonder whether I even go allow the guy campaign at all, since he loves the limelight. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But if he chooses to leave, which I very much doubt, he should also remember that with his continued nagging and tantrums, no politician will want him too close, apart from using him to win an election. I just hope Semi no go dribble himself out of relevance with the way he's going. And comparing himself with Kamala Harris, for me, was a way off. As Kamala Harris was fair and balanced in her criticism of Biden and not throwing tantrums and gossip. I will therefore advocate that while the justice of the matter dictates that Ayu should step down for a Southerner to occupy the position, the person to occupy the position must not be a stooge or lackey of Wike. Atiku and Ayu should find a way to accommodate him in the scheme of things. But Wike should also understand that empires and their emperors rises and fall. And so he own don't fall. Whilst for the past 6 years he determines who gets what, when and how in PDP, a new cook is now in the kitchen. It is better for him to settle for a slice than bring the roof down. Because not everyone stoking his fire now means well for him. Some might actually be waiting for him to undo himself, so they take advantage and take their comeuppance from him. After all, like they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, that's our package for today. If you feel the need to join your voice with us, either agreeing or disagreeing with us, simply follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. For he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Or maybe Atiku's sins against PDP might just be catching up with him. See you next week.